smaller and crumplier, and you get
Probably
crushed.
should be like, hey.
Dude, that's why I take my fish.
Well, I told Corolla too, I said, we're talking about cars and we never want huge Porsche guys. I said, Adam, before you keep talking about cars, you tell them you're the Teslas. I'm gonna drive my car from PCH. I said, my 3 horsepower can finish being gear guys. Joe Rogan, we'll go Tesla guy. Jim Leno, I see him all the time, talking all the time. He's driving his Tesla blind now.
He is?
Yeah, so smart. I said, Adam, if I see you in a Tesla, dude, I'm gonna drive my GT2 off the PCH.
You're
And he goes, and he goes, no, they're fast. It doesn't matter. Roller coasters are fast. I'm not gonna beat the roller coaster in my car, dude. I said, I keep cooking you a steak in the microwave right now. Really?
Yeah.
Problem.
That Porsche you have, that green Porsche you have,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
So what's going on with your other cars? You don't drive? You just Porsche over there. You look in phases.
No, that Porsche my dude. I go to every day.
Yeah.
Another one, that's what I do. Another one's good. And if it's raining out there, so the rain.
Okay, so you keep the other stuff.
Yeah. But I told Adam, I said, if I find out you're doing Teslas, I'm not using that effort.
Never. Well, the thing about a Tesla is it's just easier. It's just too easy,
Yes, we're good.
too fast, too safe, too easy. Let's say that.
I mean, you drive with,
No, I'm a man. No, man.
You suck.
What?
If I see a Tesla, you suck.
No, I don't want
If
to.
I see someone on the highway that does that, you suck?
No.
They go, I suck at me. You suck?
Yeah.
They go, sure. All right, go over it.
And then they think it's okay, just pull
Guy, girl,
your
like
shirt
that.
off.
You suck?
Okay. Did I tell you when I was inside grade? I was 13 years old. And I told you the story. I saw a guy's ass. I saw a guy with the trunk of a car. And the guy had his ass sticking out of the trunk.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was
cool.
bang.
Yeah. What about it?
Just wanted to put that in your head. Because I remember seeing his
I don't see all
guy's
that
ass.
405.
I remember seeing his ass and his red balloon knot.
Kidding.
And then I saw the guy pull his robe up. And my friend Michael said, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, because Michael's not gay, bro.
And I
No, let's sit here and watch this.
No, I remember looking at it going, that's not attractive to me. I'm clearly a straight man.
But I'll still watch.
I didn't watch, I was afraid
Well,
to tell the older guy.
Yeah, I get it. But if you was what I'm like, now if he's not against his will, I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Let me watch.
Well, we had a guy who was he, and then he turned and walked towards us with his dick out. It's kind of half-hard.
Yeah.
So what you guys do? He said in English, he's there. And we ran away.
You trying to piss on him?
I don't know what you're
Who was that piss on him?
No, he was moving towards us with a half
Oh,
of
why'd
a
you put
dog.
that mouth on it?
That's like the rule.
Well, that'll get you
San
out of
Francisco,
this.
you can walk around naked.
Yeah, really,
Just
so
not
I
get hard.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
No hard on
Come
cars.
on.
Isn't that funny how that's the delineation? San Francisco, guys, you don't have to wear clothes. I mean, so let's just, nudity is fine around children. It's good. If you want to wear a cock ring, you've seen that. That's fine too. You wear a cock ring. You can't be hard.
That's the one.
It's just where we draw the line. So what we do there, and then we have to arrest them, right? What happens if they was at our own? Then the black people warning. These are the conversations
That are politicians are having.
That's right. So can they wear a cock ring? Yes. Believe me.
All in favor of the cock ring?
Well, yeah, I think that's separation, right? And it's slow, so you can't really good. So it's like I have that on Instagram where Tarek and I are talking and I walks by, terrible by.
Remember when we first started touring together, we were in San Francisco, right on the street, and I'm like, what the fuck, you're here? No,
I was thinking.
not your body.
I mean, sure, this man,
Not
walking
you
towards you.
either.
Yeah, you said something like, nice outfit.
Yeah.
Maybe I.
I said sweet bib, something like that. Yeah, they're not big. Everything was all bunched up.
They were older guys. They were men that were from the 60s.
And it wasn't warm out. Everyone else is like trying to get to their office job in suits. And you see this, just this melted cheese and copper and walking.
It's so weird. Think about that. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
No. They're just, there's that undertones in San Francisco. There's an undertones where that's that hardcore ramrod shit.
Yeah,
Okay? That's that hardcore ramrod shit.
yeah. Yeah.
You dig yourself up, you walk into one of them bars, and them pecs, them shoulders,
Dude.
you're dead. That's hot. Takes that right there. You're all dead there. You walk in there,
Smash it.
wow,
Almost Lady Gaga.
wow. We should get a GoPro attached to your chest. You walk into something like
You're
that.
chilling water.
Like swallow or
Some sweet sharks swimming around. You can jump in the water.
Yep.
Jason's big sweet sea.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
You might overdosing or something. You're like, you know what?
Whoops.
Well, I think it's Brian, but whoops.
Fell into this.
Yeah. That's not a good thing.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to jump in the water in the gay district, dude. We don't have to go.
Yeah, that's a good go.
Yeah. Prefer.
Hey, Russ, next question. When you walk down that street.
Oh, dude, how about I'm taking my kid on spring break? I'm taking the SeaWorld on Friday. And I'll say, there's nothing to do there. They're fucking whales. They didn't get because you know the documentary Valadez fucked them.
Yeah.
So they made it legal to be captive and have killer whales. But because the killer whales were born in the SeaWorld district, they can't just throw them in the ocean and get fucking murdered. So they gotta still take care of them. So now they still have them, so we're still gonna see these fucking savages. But the 10 monkeys in the sea. But they don't do shows of them. Just like they can't focus because they killed Draper, right? Yeah.
They are the wolves of the sea.
You know, 60 killer whales have died in SeaWorld.
60.
Of the
No.
like 2 train.
And this is where I was trying to think. I saw something where I was like, we've come a long way. Like I make fun of woke, I make fun of the left. The left has lots of like we've come a long way, right? Like the one thing I'll say about I'll think of it in a second. One thing I think about is like the left tends to look at what's fair and what's cruel, right? And you know,
Give me an example.
well, Blackfish is a good example, right?
Something like that.
Well, compassion for animals,
I was like, even the right was like, yo, we can't kill animals. It's ridiculous. That document, nobody left, right.
Okay,
Watch
so
that doc was like, you know,
So remember Ace Ventura? When they find out that Courtney Cox used to be a man, and everybody starts throwing up.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but you can imagine if you were transgender, what that would make you feel like, right? So it's like,
A little bit of comfortable.
I'm just saying that nowadays we go, ooh, you know, well, it used to be, so to give you a better example.
You gotta do better.
It used to be so acceptable to make fun of you. Just like acceptable across the board, to just the F word, all of it. I'm old enough to remember.
Well, you should be old enough to know that's still going on. Go on YouTube.
Way less is what I'm trying to say.
No, YouTube comments, no. Or if you're on Twitch.
But I'm saying,
the younger generation still are.
as a kid, you don't have to deal with that overt homophobia, right? The overt ostracization. No, in school, it's in Houston.
Yeah.
And it used to be, no, everywhere. You get the shit you have to back. Just for being gay, right? Now, you'd be publicly ostracized in any school. It's like, whoa. These things happen fairly quickly. So but I'm trying to think of something I saw where I looked at my friend. That's a good example. Gay rights is a huge example. No, it's not right.
It's got better.
No, shoot. It's night and day.
But that wasn't the way in school it still happens. There's a reason.
Very, very
there's a reason kids don't come out of the closet. It's still been safe. It just isn't right. But
It's
still
better. It's so much
It's
better.
definitely better. But
But like,
there's a reason why NBA players, NFL players, you see guys like
yeah.
that kid who came out not on his own.
Yeah.
You know the views he's getting online? Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying.
We still have a way
That's
to
where
go.
you see it. It's like Chappelle used to get all kinds of racist comments.
Yeah.
Which I don't think, damn,
I know.
crazy racist.
I know.
But that's where people get there behind the keyboard, right? Their bad side comes out.
Yeah.
Even if they don't even believe it. Some people want to just be cruel. But how about this? We've made a lot of progress worldwide. Now, how do they know that? This is Steve Baker, when you Google, so you can see who Google's racist jokes. You can look at the metadata. From 15 years ago, literally down by 90%.
You know, it's Google, I mean, she's
No.
got DuckDuckGo and those other.
The N word, another word, when you use, you can look at the data. Use
Google.
it's so, no. Listen, first of all, Google's a huge metric, huge. It's a search engine,
Yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah.
So things like prejudice, jokes, things like the N word, all of those things, there are ways to measure these things. What people search for, the kind of words people use, and stuff like that. Way down, night down, literally.
I think it's too far, I think it's definitely down, there's also different ways to go about it. There's ways where it's not gonna show them that data.
I think the idea of being
QAnon stuff,
racist,
all that shit, there's forums now, there's the dark web.
but that's
You go to those places where you can't find it.
that's more
There's
the,
not gonna be data.
but that's more the fear of like this centralized bureaucracy that's gonna take over everything. That's more what it is, mind control, technology.
There's also like-minded people, where you're not gonna get out. Like maybe some of these people have real jobs, so people, they're not going to school, this bullshit. They're not gonna go to a public forum.
What I'm saying is that
Because
people,
look at you.
yeah, people get worried when you start attacking institutions. When you start, like, if you don't have sanctity for, the things that we hold as sacred in our country. Just Disney, some of the stories. And all of a sudden with Disney, you want to have same-sex kind of like kids taken out. People go, whoa, hold on, guys, you're not sexual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where you run into some issues. But for the most part, we are way more tolerant, mainstream tolerant than we ever
Yeah,
have.
way more acceptable.
Yeah, so Gen Z's growing up with a lot less prejudice, certainly at least overt prejudice, less ethnic prejudice, in your face prejudice, than our generation, my generation for sure.
But suicide's never been higher.
Well, now that's a whole different thing. How is social media working out?
Suicide with transgender and gays has never been higher than right now.
And young girls who are in serious trouble, serious mental trouble. So technology hasn't done something.
But people also have access to it too.
Huh?
People have access to bullying when you're in school
Yeah.
in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
So there was like, you get bullied at school, go home and have to deal with it. Now they can bully at all sorts.
Well, China has problems. China has major problems. They're very collected, kind of things. So public shaming is crazy. They just come after you. You got purple hair, poor,
That's why a lot of those like K-pop, so they commit suicide because there's so much shit online. Right? Well, there's one recently, right, Jen, that committed suicide.
I mean, I don't know recently, but I mean, in the last year.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, Brendan, as we always say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
No, we don't get that. Oh, you're thinking of this, programs.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
No, I don't think it's that was that. I think once everybody became aware, once the information got out, everybody across the board went, hold the fuck up. You killed 60 killer whales,
Yeah.
people on shows, and then not just Level stopped buying tickets to SeaWorld, everyone stopped buying tickets.
Yeah.
It's not Level.
It becomes harder when you see cruelty.
Did you know SeaWorld was doing that? I know.
It's like in Iran when you see someone get assassinated who's in the street, who's a woman, and she's just protesting, she gets shot. You watch her die.
Once you see it,
You
it's
go,
insane.
oh, wait, those people die, everybody dies exactly the way they need to.
Well, you know, people at Disneyland, Disney World die all the time. They died. There was a guy who committed suicide jumping off the parking structure. But Disney, make sure if you look at the records, not like Disney, look at the records, it's all watched. They control it.
Yeah, the hotels have, hotels, big secret with hotels, my friends, manage big hotels. He said, suicide's huge, so people die all the time.
Depending on hotel.
Now, you can't court that going forever. You just got, there's a whole protocol. That's how you get it.
Because mass shooter at Mandalay Bay, you can't do that. You can't have it. Government's done. You can't. No,
That's the how on the ground.
Yeah.
But we got way too into politics here.
Yeah, point is, I'm going to SeaWorld. I'm going to see SeaWorld show. I'm going to see a killer whale show. You can watch them swim around. Kids will freak out. You can feed the sea lions, that's no safe. Or feed the dolphins.
They want to come and do something at SeaWorld because he was like, I mean, as long as they stop, as long as they stop endorsing slavery, I'm not okay.
Yeah, like, no, wait.
I mean, you gotta do that slavery, you keep a whale that's smart, slavery is
It's
not.
fun, you know? It's super fun, so. We got you.
Real quick with that Rogan thing though, I remember he's also against, zoos having animals trapped and stuff, but he also realizes that having his kids see wild animals, so it's kind of like it's a weird balance. It sucks, but
It's also a way to have like you know how you drive through like right there. You know what I mean? Like so in San Diego, it's hard. And zoos are educational. They actually
that's
make
why
it
it's like this balance.
Zoos are super,
Especially if they say there's like an animal dying in the wild, or not dying, bring it to the zoo and then
also it's conservative, like the white rhinos that take in when they have babies and they put them out there, you know.
So it's a tough one, especially if kids.
Well, the Rogan's also against like the mining for the shit that cobalt, you know, but then he uses it.
Like, we all,
Yeah, he uses it. You don't need it. You like it. You don't need it. That's the problem. No, you don't.
Yeah,
No, you don't need it. I know. We can go with that.
you can't make cell phone without cobalt straight on. You don't work cobalt straight.
Well, no, it's not even a cobalt too, but you know the number one distributor of cobalt is electric cars. So you drive Tesla, you have like, yeah, so it's like, go to see what they shut up. You know, it's like,
I'm against slavery
unless it's,
unless it's for Tesla.
that's the same thing the slave owners said.
Well,
I'm against it unless I need my
hey,
profits.
that's funny.
That's, I mean, but there's a,
We're all
they could do it in Idaho. There's a cobalt farm in Idaho.
well, they just found, I think, a big reserve in Iran.
In Idaho, it's like even on the radio, it's in Idaho. It is.
I say you're against.
You can do it for North America, now the rest of the world, you can rock. If you want to do it in North America, you can do it. I don't know how much you need.
I heard the Rogan podcast do like there is enough.
There should be, yeah, especially for us here.
I don't know.
Well, you can fill out full of it, you just need from China.
What I need to do is, you have Apple and company and Tesla. You guys absolutely will get a football company, 100%. Now, I need medical claims, I need human work condition, I need all this. You can make it their way.
That's not really.
Why?
Why would they? Why is it, for what? Well, why would they do it?
There's money.
What money do we? They already make more money than God, man.
They did this in China. So Apple, Nike, they've all done. When you see that people are behaving badly, and these cobalt mines are controlled by essentially warlords, different factions, you say, guys, you're not gonna make any money here. You're not gonna make any money, by the way, China costs 80% of cobalt. So you say, you go to you say, you've gotta have transparency. You've gotta have what you call humanely sourced cobalt, like every it's good for business. Apple does it, you shame these companies. It's like line culture, same idea. You know, all that, there's a way to do shit.
Shame on companies, they totally listen. That wasn't changed at all.
Yes, they have. What are you talking
In
about?
China,
Yes.
no,
Yes, they have.
their factories,
Yes.
they increased pay.
China,
Still sometimes they leave
Apple,
them in the
no. Apple, so what they're doing at the Apple factories, was they were waking them up, whatever they had to order and on over to them. So starting from, whatever it's like.
100%.
Then they put next step.
Yeah.
Then that became new. And Apple went, that's not happening. You guys cannot do this. They need brakes. They need this. They need that. They need this. And that's what happened. Okay? You could absolutely and we do it.
Nike still does slavery.
No. Nike did so much better. Nike got exposed. You use the marketplace. People will not buy if you educate. That's what you do.
So you're saying when, so with the iPhones, you just didn't get on aware of it.
They were not aware of it, now they are.
And you think it's gonna change?
Yes, it will change. I guarantee it already is changing. Because you cannot, once this shit is out, people go, uh-oh. And I'm telling you right now, in boardrooms, they're going, hey guys, what are we gonna do about this shit? Just like with tobacco, just like with all these things.
I don't think so, Pete.
Well, it's already happened, and it has happened. Nike, Tuna, there are so many examples, you're just off on this. You're off on
The
this.
thing about Nike, because that was the thing with Nike, that's why the NBA players sat
I
out.
understand.
I was like, you're gonna use
I understand that the Nike's in child labor like that. You know, we're trying to do the shot for a 12-year-old last night, we're sorry.
Like it's wrong the nineties claims, just becoming a little control over the
Like
subcontract.
that, they got involved in it. And now, they're very adamant about making sure it doesn't happen.
That's news to me if it was not, and I don't know.
So let me give you another example. When we get our wood from, say, the beach, there are so many regulations on whether or not that's old growth wood or, I'm telling you. You want to do this in the United States, that's what goes on. The marketplace.
That's not how it goes. Nike is,
What goes on, you're off.
I don't think so.
Between there's these 90s sweatshops in the 90s, and now these 90s sweatshops in the 90s. Cobalt is
I'm
never
just
the
saying, 1980 doesn't mean it's still not slave labor. It might have gotten better.
It's gotten way better.
It's still not good.
It is better. You know, it is.
So it's not agree, it's better, it's not good, it's good.
But it is. So China, okay, because of this.
Bring up Nike
So,
factories in China.
yeah,
This
because
is what they're doing.
because China,
Last year.
China, the standard of living has grown. The standard of living has grown exponentially. And it's now become actually more expensive to do work in China because of all these regulations, okay? Which is why they moved to Cambodia, why they moved to other countries. But even there, the marketplace goes, hey, what's going on? And with cobalt, I'm telling you right now, in 5 years, we have a very different conversation.
These are the sports magazine.
Yeah, so here you go. So what happens is Nike calls the government, we can't do this. I'm not saying they don't get around these things, but you have a corporation like Nike, it is bad for business when you leave this stuff. And what happens? The NBA does what? You sit out.
Well, but that's the thing, you're sitting out over Black Lives Matter, and people are like, wait, you're cool with that, but then Nike gets billions of dollars from China,
Right.
Nike, you're cool with that labor? Right, this is last year.
I understand.
You're saying in the year it's all good.
I'm saying
I'm saying it's better.
way better. It's not better.
It's not good.
It's way better. Across the world, it used to be awful. And so what I'm trying to say is that if you allow transparency and you have these big corporations that are American or European, you put pressure on those corporations and say, I'm not gonna buy your product. So now with Tesla, watch this. Now with iPhones are tough. iPhones are tough because we're so addicted. But if you don't think that those cobalt lines, there's pressure already, conversations going on about how to get those cobalt lines perform crazy. Because
I don't think it's been down to it.
oh they will. Oh they will. And they will because everybody knows it's wrong.
Because it's doing it. We all know it.
Those companies, they're having conversations right now.
But in the problem, it's one person right here was like, did you see the rope in the floor? I'm like, it's my phone.
So I'm telling you right now, Nike is going like this. Hey guys, forget being humane. There are people in there going, this is wrong, about that, but it's back 100%. There's gonna be a lot of pressure from my public, from Europeans, from the European Union, from different government agencies.
Just so you're aware, the prices of Nike when that came out did not go down.
The second thing, Nike's got way better. You're just off.
I'm thinking you're asking me, you think the public's gonna demand a change?
They do all the time.
Nike did not change it.
Yes, they do.
Like people did not stop buying. The stock went up.
It doesn't matter. The public relations are no, public relations linear from consumers was way too much. They nipped that shit in the bud right away. It was huge groundswell. I'm sorry. It was the same thing with White Claw, same thing with so many problems. You go down the list. Now with this, right now, Apple, I guarantee, here's what we have the humane side, and then you have the business side. They go, take that. Now, how do we create proof of create cobalt?
I would negotiate with That's a record.
So you go, hey, well, you wanna make money, and you just put $1 bill on. They don't care about me. $200 bills, cash.
Well, you know, it's money.
Yeah. So you work within that company, which your companies do. But I believe that that's gonna be a conversation. We're already having this conversation about it. This is already, my phone, it has cool games, right?
Have you thought about changing phones?
There's no such thing. You cannot get a phone without a mobile. They have one like that big. We're not there yet. We need to bring this here outside.
Would you change your Tesla?
Yes. Well, you know what I didn't know. But my Tesla. Is that when I bought it, that's a free photo. When I bought it, here's the great. So I can use half the lane at certain parts of the hot pack. So this is zero issue. My Tesla, or whatever, by the time I get into it, that's brand new, already paid 55,000 miles.
Right.
The equivalent of which a Ford F. Because it's made on a cold range.
Would you change it?
Well,
Would you do it?
I think about it.
And do nothing?
No, that's not true. I was,
Do you know this?
well, I didn't know it when I bought it.
Yeah, but you thought that how long I do?
Things are out, right?
Right. It doesn't matter. It's like, if you're going to go, how would it be cheated in my place?
No, no,
That's what's more for example. This information out there. Well, it gets such a change.
so,
You guys need to change it, so I can feel good about the right.
well, no, the problem is that the funny thing about the blue is that, it's like, your the green movement is not possible without an increase in fossil
It
fuels,
makes no sense.
right?
You-
An increase.
You're
So part of this is like, we gotta live, I don't know what else to do, right, it's self-funded, right?
You don't need Tesla though.
Well,
You
I
need
mean,
a
that
great
makes
car.
sense, but I can go through all the clothes and stuff that goes in any car. I mean, all the clothes that goes in any car.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't need shit. Just like everybody else, no one's gonna do it.
No,
That's my point.
the cobalt mines
You
are,
need a venture company.
yeah,
But here's my point. You and the rest of the people out there that know all this information aren't gonna do anything. You know, you know about, you know the vision. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna stop buying Tesla. You're not gonna stop buying iPhones. You're hoping
well,
that the higher ups make the change, so then it's okay to drive.
no, what I'm gonna say is this.
Because you not driving a Tesla, it would take all the people to stop driving before they make a real change, right? But in general in America, just like back in the 70s, 80s, when you said information is key, you have the information, but unless you see it, you're like, oh,
So global warming
Yeah, do it.
is not my passion. I'm not as worried about it as well,
yeah.
right? So Tesla's different. Now, Tesla's like cobalt, okay? And self-fulfilled by cobalt. What I do think is to go, if you look at the cobalt mines, you have 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds working at cobalt mines, who just have this.
Pregnant mom, yeah. Make it 5 cents an hour.
You go, hey, there is a way to make that happen. I don't care what, there's a way to make that.
Elon Musk,
Yes,
not the people that yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, like, they're gonna have to.
Yes. And the US government,
The people are gonna, we're not gonna.
there's a lot of pressure from a lot of different places. There's a lot of pressure from a lot of places that will do that will answer this thing.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's what the cell phone is. This is terrible. We all know it's like, we need to give it an iPhone, it's not gonna make the change. They have to hope that.
Well, it's like oil. It's so adorable. It's so adorable. Do you see who was talking to Biden and said, we gotta be off oil in 10 years or something like that, gold. And everybody started laughing. Because you know that it's like, do you know that everything, like all the plastic, everything we use around us, everything's used for petroleum.
And we're not gonna run that. Absolutely.
No, we're definitely not.
Absolutely.
Now, nuclear energy is a good idea.
Yeah.
You can thank the Greens for killing that.
Yeah.
Nuclear is a great idea, very clean, it's a way to make it safe, but that was kind of rush. We have the technology.
Oh, yeah.
Now, but the Green, what I'm talking to Peter Zion, I didn't know anything until I talked to Peter Zion on a podcast. I watched his thing.
The car stuff I looked up, the minute this started being a movement, I started looking up, and that's my can't stand it.
Yeah, see, I didn't know, so all I did was I drove Prius, and the one thing I thought was, oh, they have to get the nickel from China to here.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, I didn't know about lithium and cobalt. And I was like, oh yeah, they have to send it over with bunker fuel.
See, I know about the cobalt and the slavery of the cobalt
Yeah.
factories. I knew that this wasn't doing anything to improve the environment. I knew that.
Yeah.
But then I driving like,
No, I read my Prius
yeah,
had a bigger footprint than a Hummer. And I was like, huh?
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people talk about speed. It's like, you don't think it's insane? Like, let's say, Finn turned 16 down on this car on a used Tesla Plaid edition. It was 0 1.8 seconds. Never do it car. Doesn't have to be specialized. You can go in that car. They're heavy as fuck. They're fast as shit. You can buy that car. This can't be. Right. This can't be safe. Right. You do the same thing. You go buy that new Dodge Elk. It's a Dodge Demon, the special one. It's 0 in 1.6 seconds. You could go buy that right now.
It's crazy.
1.6, and that's gas. That's power.
Gas.
Yes. This Dodge, even. I love Dodge. That's why I fucked with Dodge. I love Dodge. It's so American because everybody else is like, we're gonna do maybe a hybrid power car, or we're gonna do electric and fast. I'm like, fuck that. Check this out. 1400 horsepower, 6 miles a gallon, 0 6 with 1.6.
Put that back where
So
stupid.
Oh, dude, and this is yeah, stupid. Until I looked up and no. I don't want that.
That's it.
There's a
You
video.
know, they don't even bother changing the chassis that much, right? It's just like, it's a Dodge.
Dude, they bring it in a helicopter, it touches down.
Easier, it's faster than 1.8 plus.
1.6 seconds, which is
170?
no, it's a special kind of Dodge Demon. Oh, it's a one Dodge Demon 170. It's the 170. There's a video. So go to the Dodge Demon 171st run.
So we can't play this
So it gets brought in on a helicopter. Come on, that's sir, whatever.
That's awesome. That's America right there.
Yeah.
More power.
The fans are like, yeah, America. You're crazy. Half the audience did it. So
It's like Monster Energy drink. It's just like out of control.
Monster.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just that colors. It's not a very slow, not a slow car. Why is it hamburger?
No, they're all no.
It's just good for straight away.
Just what it is.
Yeah, it's just like, that's the guy who can deadlift all the way.
So intense. Mama Jim.
Yeah. I know a lot of them.
Here's the thing here, like, I think we're going over, I think it goes for like 110, you know, yeah, I'll get it, but you're ready for it.
So it was like 8 something seconds, right? I remember there's a, so when I was racing before, we went to a place called Valadez. There was a Honda hatchback that did 9 seconds.
Which is
Insane for a big Ford car with a small engine.
Silly, right? That's
So
not,
definitely have the average.
It's 9 seconds.
9 second,
no, so they're not quarter mile,
quarter mile.
which is hard, yeah, 10, it's all. High nines, it's nuts.
Well, now they're everywhere. I'm sure there's even faster ones. But this is what I saw. But they had to do literally like wheelie bars, everything just to get traction.
Yeah. You think I hear C2 outside, you have to mind, you track that car down, mind the car. Now there's not like a special
It's
ways
like
to shoot cars.
Right.
Yeah, this is. Because you know he's gonna crash.
Not this one,
He's
right?
gonna crash.
You think that's the Plaid, that's not, same shit.
So
We're after more days.
So real quick, you guys, I just wanted to bring this back up real quick because it just popped up in my memory. When Chappelle got racing stuff on his Instagram or whatever, I remember since I've been here for a while, of course I had some racing stuff as well, but it was so little. But when we started talking about the whole, that trend on news about Asian Canadians,
Yeah.
remember, and I was like, I looked into all the articles and I'm like, hold on, what's going on here? It looks like most people just hit up random people.
But they
It became a thing, yeah.
they made it like an Asian.
Exactly.
Wait,
So then,
what is
there was a huge Asian, remember there was like this
I remember
huge,
They're saying Asian.
Was it made up?
it's not made up, I'm sure there's, dude, I've had Asian before when I was younger, growing up, but the thing they did on the news.
There's a whole lot of people who hit Asian people in the face. And it's like,
But there's white people getting hit, black people getting hit.
But if you look into the majority were just homeless, mentally ill people, and then so I asked my friends that lived in that area, there. I'm like, did your grandma, your aunts, your uncles, anyone you? They're like, no, I've never heard anyone get attacked. They just
it's the news coming up with ways
You
to
defended
So
that.
I was like, it's mostly homeless people, whatever. And then the people I look up to that are famous Asian people, they would like, stop Asian stuff in. I'm like, what? And then the most hate I got from Asian hate was from Asian people.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going along with the agenda, like everyone wants to.
Well, you were just looking at the evidence.
So we've been in Kirk for 6-7 years, so I can figure out now the details of it. Is it really true or is it just a headline?
Yeah.
So that the most hate I got was from
That's how that is.
and also the San Francisco big thing.
My friend who's a Native American, she did a movie, and she got like all these, this one idiot in Native America was like, you're not from that tribe. It's like, this, you can't prove what tribe anyone's from. So get out of here.
Get out of here.
You get any clue type to the last
What is the same shit on the big
If you said like people in San Francisco, have their digs out, whatever. I just have this memory of Lake Havasu. I don't know if you guys know Lake Havasu. There's like parties on boats.
Yeah.
And then girls would show their kids for beads and all that stuff. I saw a boat coming by one time. It's a small boat, and there's 3 Mexican guys. And then 2 Mexican guys were like doing this, yeah. And one Mexican guy with this giant dick. I'm not even joking, like this big, and he's just like ripping up, like doing this.
Yeah,
Like, he's a short, chubbier Mexican.
Yeah,
And
big
it was like, yeah. And it was
Yeah, they all big shirt up.
Just jerk
yeah, just jerking off. His friends were like, look, check this out, check this out, check it out.
Just a soap tequila, just.
See, that's even though
That would make me laugh.
That's
No, I was laughing at
If
that.
my friend just jerking off, I'd be like, I gotta take that stuff back.
Check it out, man. We do want. They were so proud of their friend. He had a huge dick. And then everyone was like, throwing beads.
I heard that story when I told you when these Navy SEALs were their instructor, they were freezing on the rock and the games are crashing. And they're like, and the instructor goes, first guy who get a hard on. First guy who get a hard on,
Stress.
you go home. These guys are all like, oh, man, I can't breathe.
You know, for whatever reason, popped up, I think on World Star, it's this competition, I think Korean shit. And it's these guys, and there's a table, and there's like a sheet over the table. There's a hot girl jacking them off as they're trying to sing karaoke. So just about time, girl! And they gotta finish the song without busting her nut. And the girl's super hot. She's like talking to his ear.
That's a video.
Yeah, it's good.
Go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah, I find it.
He's like, just about time, girl! And trying to get through it. She's just jacked.
Obviously, we can't show it. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
This is on TV. Look, this is on TV.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, TV. Look at this, she talks. I was thinking, this dude's trying to hand the winner is whoever the class.
I can't believe it.
Look at her, just jacked.
She's so pretty.
You keep saying that, dude.
What is this show? This crazy fucking
How cool is
TV
this?
shows from Japan.
Look, he's about to bust. She's really stroking.
Oh my god.
This guy's doing the damn thing, man.
That's good.
He's all, no, there you go.
Oh, they show
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. That is
Look, like, she lasted 90 seconds.
so. Alright, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a shamer.
Well,
How much better is that the game shows at beat?
that's gonna be on. Keeping that forever, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what
All
else.
right, so this was we didn't get to this current event last week, so was on the show, who's now dating Michael Jordan's son. She said that for the time that she was married to Scottie Pippen, they had sex four times a night for 23 dollars.
Yeah,
Of course, it's bullshit, right?
I don't know if she does this.
Okay.
I had sex 4 times a night, every night. I never had to get off.
Look at the classic surgery.
I know.
No wonder my great question is like, so even when he's on the road, he went with everywhere? She said, yes. Every night. You know, just all bullshit.
Yeah.
This guy got
Need
needed
it.
with TV.
Yeah, that's normal.
are just full of shit.
Yeah,
Even those other.
their faces are a lot. I was real bad.
So this one also was from before, but this is in Colorado. A guy and his wife were in a cabin, and I guess there's a hot tub outside of the cabin near the wooded area where they're at. So him and his wife went out there, and I guess he was just kind of like moving his head like this, right? And there's a mountain lion that saw it and thought it was prey, so it just immediately jumped on it and grabbed his head and started trying to eat him.
All about out there.
Yeah, because he didn't realize. Yeah,
Did he live?
he lived. It was like my injuries.
Yeah, why?
I don't know how to did every night with my son, but I always had my gun out. Good. I got coyotes everywhere. So you never know. Then you cover with humans.
Well, they don't even know. You know, the hot tub's usually higher up, so you can only see like a shadow. They might think it's a weird squirrel or something.
They might be
Or I could not like it. Coyote.
mountain lion, no problem.
Yeah, that would be a fucking
Did you
strong.
size that mountain lion? Derek Wolf, that's name he played for
It's
this
the Broncos.
this giant guy who wrote.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit. Killed this mountain lion.
What was the mountain lion?
He's a grand mountain, right?
Yeah, they're both.
Oh, I remember this one.
Size that.
A long time ago.
It's kind of public.
I agree, but I think that's superimposed. I don't think it's happening. There's no way. Something about that.
I mean, that seems like the one.
That's like about my. That's like a my.
It is. They
I think
think,
school, man. Yeah.
yeah, go.
That's nuts.
Do you listen to that podcast?
No.
What a tough show.
Yeah. Free athlete. Super. I told Lauren Landau was his trainer on the run. I said his biggest video team was by far not even close. Dear Paul. Why did he goes, dude? Kid is a fucking savage.
Just the way he moves and everything. He was doing everything for a while. He was a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor Whitman was like, you should do this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Football.
Where did he kill that mountain?
I don't know.
Facts about California energy policy. California shut down about 25% of local oil production in the last 4 years and now imports 75% of the oil we use, mostly from foreign countries, resulting in even higher gas prices for working families. Learn more.
Is that Colorado? That's a big, giant cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Warner, a lot of times it's a pretty huge mountain.
yeah, that would get you some attention.
Yeah. I wanted to see something.
Oh, no, it's in Colorado?
That's the cool. It's just about as size. That's so crazy. They go down.
Keep going.
Uh,
A hunting guy in United told the ones attacking family dogs and hiding under a deck of granite.
So they have to do that.
That's in Colorado.
yeah, but wounded way. That's a giant animal.
Wow, fuck you. That's a big spot. He's cool.
Remember they said on
But if it's killing people's dogs and stuff, and it's close to people,
There's no dog that's gonna stand with that.
oh, yeah. Hard to say, it's a really fun.
It's a very big cat. Wow. Dressed in 173. Does that mean?
oh, they said something like well, after it was gutted, and we want to do something like that.
Damn.
So it might have been like somewhere around.
Oh, way more. That's smart. Wow.
They said something like well, after it was gutted, and we want to.
It's a very big cat. Wow. Dressed in 173. Does that mean?
Oh, they said something like well, after it was gutted, and we want to do something like that.
Damn.
So it might have been like somewhere around.
Oh, way more. That's smart. Wow.
Why?
Damn.
Well, there was
Dressed in 173.
Well, there's a mountain lion showed up on my ring app around, like Topanga, all around my area, and he was 140 pounds, and he was jacked.
Huge animal.
So big.
Go up for a second.
So go up and edge.
Yeah, no, keep going up. Go up like so I can read something else like this. Got it. He was 100%. That's so crazy.
Like, they said, click up.
That's a huge animal. That's a huge.
Yes, and
I didn't know they got that big. That's crazy. It is a bummer to kill though, isn't it? But I'm just.
it's just tough because he was there. I guess that'd be 200+ pounds.
Yes,
I'll say it that way up there on the mountain, so I guess that'd be 200+. He was
The guarantee was
What the fuck?
8.5 feet long. Oh my God.
They weighed after 180 pounds. Okay, so 140 pounds when he was in that race, but he was jacked.
Well, the males weigh about 150. That's a big mountain. That's big. Think about that. That thing gets out.
If you saw that thing, you would shit.
Oh my God, it's a huge animal.
That's insane. But yeah, let's get closer to home. Still people's dogs, kids and bags. Yeah.
He said, he was talking about his crazy bruise, his spinal cord, had his labrum torn off the bone on both sides, both hips. Like, that's crazy.
He's so big, he's so big, I'm sure his shit when it breaks down. It breaks. That's that shit.
It's right here. So I guess last week it was the CEO of TikTok was at a congressional hearing in the US. And apparently the people that were grilling him, they didn't know much about like how the internet works and Wi-Fi and stuff. Yeah, so
Let's watch this. This is so fun.
there's a bunch of them here. Let me just go from this guy here, Richard Hudson.
Mr. Chair, does TikTok access the whole Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand.
So if I have TikTok app on my phone, if my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
You will have to access the network and have connections to the internet if that's the question.
Is it possible then that you can access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
But Commissioner, we do not do anything that's beyond the extreme norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It would be technical and economic.
So basically these guys.
Yeah, so do I need Wi-Fi to get on your goddamn app?
Yes, how's it going?
So,
I want to talk specifically, can you tell me why can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a people violation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body face or voice data to identify our users. We do not. But
You don't?
no, the only face data that we track for the flag
You telling me right now?
is sunglasses for face we know it eyes.
Now, you didn't know that that's often not schizophrenic violating?
And the data is stored on your mobile device to be elected to receive user information. But again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify users.
I find that hard to believe because I understand that they're looking at the eyes and hey, tell them what age they are.
this is the reason.
We rely on age rating as such, age age, which is only asked the user of HDR. We have also developed some tools where we look at public profile. The those things are used to publish and see whether
That's creepy. Tell me all about that.
it's public. So we post a video, we choose to do it for public. That's how you get able to see it. We look at those and see if it matches up with the age that we talk about.
So these seem like you're obviously for your age, but they look at your public photos, it says too old, you should
Some of these comments,
All of them, well, that's creepy, go ahead and explain a little more about that.
Did you see
We
that
got
guy?
on the public page, we see what you're looking at, so we know what.
Did you see that guy ask for that?
It's like you finish for they want to make sure that you look like exactly the
He
age
got
that you're
some
saying.
videos on these comments. Did you look at that? Did you see that guy who said NBA or NFL? Right, and we bet off some stats. 87 been arrested for drunk driving this year, and NFL. Members of Congress, it's actually members of Congress. Assault, 70 can't get a credit card, it's a bad driving.
I bet you that Chinese story.
He's actually, that's another thing that happened too, they were asking about the Chinese companies, I'm Singaporean, the CEO is Singaporean.
So being Singaporean, I think it's like a joke. Fucking stupid.
It made the Congress look bad, but the one thing that he kept saying, like, the data privacy, all that stuff, they're like, yeah, we have a third party person that watches over everything. We don't collect any actual data, but in America, you guys collect all kinds of data, which is, we've been shown, right? Yeah, so they're like, he's like, this is you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was not good for.
TikTok's hilarious. It's no, like, YouTube Reels and Instagram Reels is no different
Well, Schulte had a good idea. The conspiracy is because TikTok, because the Chinese figured out how to do social media better than us. Now we're putting all the sanctions on because we didn't come up with that. We came up with Facebook, right? So because they're outdoing us, we're like, they're stealing your information. And so is Facebook clearly, so is Instagram, and you know, all the crap shit. So the conspiracy is that's our government of America going, no, you guys taking this too far, because they're outdoing us.
Chinese power is like, I don't know, you make each other the bad guys, we're the ones that did this shit, right? It's like Mexico through cocaine, we're the ones doing it, motherfucker, stop doing the blow.
Yeah. This one's
They're trying to ban TikTok, right?
that's what I'm like listening to Rogan's podcast, so that's why
I
I
listened
listen
to that, what is it, two people, they were on Rogan, the two political ones, right?
Sager and
Sager, yeah, breaking points, they're talking about, they said the alarming thing is in the government, when they bring up the TikTok stuff in the amendment, they don't mention TikTok. So it's like an overall like, mass thing they want to pass, because it'd be weird, because, yeah, they're using TikTok as the, kind of the horse, as the spearhead thing, but they won't list TikTok, so that gets passed. Things. So you be careful. And then you know, Chinese collect your data, but people know that by that.
real quick on that too. That guy, I think it was his name is Sager on Andrew Schultz's show, right? I think. And then he had like his teeth. His teeth look amazing right now. And then they looked at an old picture of him before. His teeth were kind of like jagged and kind of. But so Schultz says, I think you had your teeth now. He's like, no, it's just like a diet, whatever, something that happened with orthodontist. And I'm like, if you look at his teeth, it's so, dude. So I'm like, why would you? To me, he's like, I know, especially for a news guy. I like talking about that. Steve, right? But yeah,
I wonder what's the bear something.
I said, you might even want to talk about it, said something.
I'll tell you what he felt.
It's like, you know, Brian, okay, and I was like,
You know,
what I'm saying? Wait, let's see this.
this is from Georgia. You can describe it.
So Ginobili, he was just enjoying a basketball game and someone making a like troll walking up and filming in public. So he just pulled out his phone and explains the situation.
Who is you? Who is you got? You see
he was a played like he's a good basketball player. Big, tall as shit.
Some dude in his face.
I don't think he's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you let me grab that guy by his hair. And
I
throw
wish,
him-
yeah.
I'm going to hit really far. Yeah, what a fucking
But the guy trying to troll him is just making a video of his other game.
communication.
But I mean, like in your face, like that.
That's his journey. Get his ass.
That's what I was hoping to see.
The guy looks like the Boston Bomber too, doesn't he?
That's grabbed by that hair.
But he's a kid.
That kid, his girlfriend is a piece of shit.
You can't attack him for having a phone. It's
Yeah,
like,
you can, bro.
it sucks, dude.
Come on, right, guys.
I'm with you. I would like to too.
Like that comment goes, when do we normalize hitting people again for bothering us like that?
Which
Maybe
is
that dude was that.
Just wait, it's out.
So
Going to TikTok, they can't vote for it, you know, they can't vote. Let us take his stupid.
Oh, that's wrong.
So I don't know how much you guys want to talk about this again, but the shooter, the Nashville shooter,
Yeah.
identified as transgender. And I guess one of her friends from back in the day, she said she contacted the authorities beforehand because she had messages from that transgender person saying, you know, I want to die today. I'm just letting you know you was the first time you die today. That's what it is. And then she,
She was about to do something terrible.
yeah,
I see it on the news.
exactly, yeah. And so her friend, I mean, acquaintance, whatever, she contacted local authorities apparently, but when she contacted the authorities, it was 13 minutes before the shooting started happening.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is more about the heroes. So these two guys.
Dude, it's something like 14 minutes by the time the alarm went off the school, so they shot him dead.
And you saw the video, right?
So I refuse to use the gun. You don't.
Dude, they were badass.
No, she was a girl, right?
No, shut up, man.
No, she was
born
from what I
No.
recall, it's a girl, but she identified as transgender. So I don't know
So she was born female, and it was transitioning to male.
or she just considered herself.
So I'm gonna call her a female.
But then, yeah, exactly. You don't deserve whatever pronouns you want to call that to kill.
Well, this is the craziness.
But then also, her thing is like, they said it's confusing because on social media and stuff, you refer to herself as a bad being or whatever. So it was like confusing on the pronouns.
You know, National Medical Association, I think that's what it is, and the Pediatrics Association doesn't put the sex on the birth certificate because it's, because we don't know.
Can I do it yourself?
Margaret Hale,
Well,
was it the woman? Yeah,
that was
so she was born a woman.
So I don't think there's any like surgery or I don't know for a fact, but I think
No, she was, yes,
higher.
Now, Hale was assigned to female at birth, assigned, you know,
Alright.
and used male pronouns on social media. Yeah, so she was a female.
So she just identified as transgender. As far as I
I
know.
think they said she was a female. She
Yeah, born a very,
Or she's definitely born female.
was a female last year, I think, right?
there's no fun.
Wow.
Yeah, but what do you classify as mass? Like, was it a shootout?
There's one that like
Mass is more than three, something like that. Yeah, type that to female mass shooters.
how many?
Yeah, that girl's pushing the jet from
6.
It's been 6.
Welcome to the peak, the premium off-roading. Or get 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high output engine Starlight PV elevation models. See your Southern California dealer with GMC. The professional players league season is back. Reigning champ Brendan Ludwig is matching on the Verizon Square Off in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, the Metco is the Metco flag and new stud.
Now, type in how many transgender mass shooters, like label this way. It's like, you know, it hasn't happened. So the Colorado Springs shooter, these are all recent too. Identified as non-binary, the Denver shooter identified as trans.
Again, this is like this new movement. Is you're gonna have people who are very lost and they're gonna latch on to anything that they can, they're gonna do whatever they can, right? It's like, they didn't even know what trans was probably
Well,
until they started talking
mentally
about it, right?
Yeah, there's like zero
But
current.
it's not a transgender thing, it's that these people are fucking mentally ill.
They're fucked up on that for sure.
They give you whatever the fuck you want to call it, but clearly they're mentally ill.
Well, here's my question on that.
Also, just kill yourself, why take out my,
Well,
it was so solid.
So here's my thing about that. It is if you know you have a mental health problem in this country, I do think there's a way to make sure that those people don't get guns. You have to register to vote, so you should buy register to have a hand. I have to.
Well, she was on some,
There are too many loopholes.
she was on this list too, for being mentally ill, so like, legally good, and that's.
That's crazy, that's fun.
That's a huge issue.
I do so that Coleman Noir, he mentioned how she got everything legal.
Yeah.
And it was like, self-reference most
She
handle.
was 15.
So what are we doing? I have a problem with that. I get it, I don't want,
You know how there's a no-fly list, there's really no buy gun list, but certain medications should just make you automatically get.
these are people that disagree, and that's what drives me.
That's
Like,
elections.
there are plenty of politicians that are in pockets of the NRA and gun companies that go, you shouldn't have to register for a firearm, anybody should be able to buy
No,
one.
no, no.
And it's like, guys, hold on, you have to register, you have to get a license for a car, you have to register to vote. The leading killer of children now is firearms. I'm a gun owner, I believe in the Second Amendment, I also believe in keeping guns out of crazy.
Also, the Second Amendment is not black and white, there's some gray where if you have certain medications,
It's a well-regulated militia.
it's not,
It's a well-
yeah, it's not.
So we do have regulation in the Constitution.
Not
Obviously, you know, there are a lot of gun laws already in the books.
not enough.
See, every time I get into this, I get people who really understand gun laws, economists, who are Second Amendment nuts, who will educate me. But, and I always look forward to that. There are a lot of loopholes.
Did you see that politician from Nashville? They literally, he's at the shooting, and they're like, what are we gonna do? He goes, what are we gonna do? He goes, no. He goes, we're gonna do nothing. This can keep happening. We're not gonna do anything. Nothing's gonna change. Because there's nothing we're gonna
That's
do.
right.
There's no laws gonna change. Nobody's gonna do it. It's gonna keep happening. The rich walks up.
Well, so then now they're saying to create hard targets in schools, right?
That's it.
So you gotta have a man trap, you have 2 doors. But here's something to talk about. I want to get.
Well, the door, she just shut.
I want to get your take on this, because you know more about this than most people. So, they're talking about armed teachers, okay? Have a gun. Now, you train to fight, you know? I'm sure that you were nervous as fuck when you stepped that outside, you trained for it.
Yeah.
Now, if you have to fight for your life, and you're trained, you had to fight for your life, somebody came here, you know, but say you react, you'd be scared as shit. You might freeze for a second, you know, who knows? I don't know.
I've been in high pressure situations, so I feel like I do better than most people.
Okay, now why? Because you've been in high pressure situations. Take a teacher who's never,
My teacher's on her side, that they're 15.
if you've never seen how loud a gun is inside, you look deaf.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's like, if you really think that you're gonna create that kind of down,
It's just like, so there has to be better.
you're not gonna ask certain teachers who are great at teaching small children to also be commanders.
Yeah,
That's not,
that's not an actual realistic solution to our problem. Now, I don't have the answer.
well, the answer is a couple reasons.
Oh, you have.
Create some hard targets. And so you do have, wherever you can, you have people who are trained to respond quickly, who are there already.
So at every school.
I guess this is what we do at every airport, right? I know. Just hear me out. Have a door and another door, so it's like a man trap thing. So
They should have that. I guess maybe no windows.
Well, it's here we go.
Maybe
Steel or aluminum glass.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. But
I'll
let's
say
say,
all of them.
so just follow me.
And how much money do we put into jails and prisons already and all that other shit?
There you go. So we have, unfortunately, now I'm talking this one. Create hard targets in schools. Solution number one. Solution
That's a
number
good
two.
solution, if we're going to do solution, because notice these schools, these shooters, they scope out the schools. The reason she picked that school, she wanted to do another school, but their security was not
Yeah.
there. So she went to this school.
So my friends chose to go to school, and the armed guard was trained, who trains in the front and in the back. So you have armed response right there. Okay. They're also in a position where they can't be ambushed. I think they're in the second, behind the second door. Okay. So that's the second thing. The third thing you can do is there have to be ways to figure out that there's got to be a way to make people register. There are certain things you can do. If you own a gun, there are certain things you can do when you're going to operate that gun. You know, that makes it so
Two
there.
bases out of the.
Yeah.
Go back and do that.
That's right. This person bought these guns legally.
Yeah.
So you've got to be able to keep people who are that mentally disturbed. Now, here's what I know they're going to say.
The needle, let me see
You
if
have
I
to define
can.
mental illness. Well, you have to define mental illness. So if you have PTSD and you're a soldier, you're in a you can't gun. The red flag laws get murky.
It's working.
but there's gotta be a solution. You can't say you can't do it.
No, we can't keep.
Start with the hard targets, start with armed guards, and then let's figure out a way to come together and keep these fucking guns out of people, out of crazy things. That's reasonable. That's not anti-second amendment. That's fucking reasonable.
But also with regards to school security, that's just the only thing. The thing about schools, public schools in Los Angeles, teachers just have to put out strike for 3 weeks because they want more money. So.
So the NRA and a lot of like Republican congressmen and some say, the answer is loosen gun restrictions, get more guns. And I think that my problem is, I don't think those people have ever really trained necessarily. I don't think they even, like, it's that getting a gunfight and just get in a street fight and see how scared you are.
The problem with the NRA is when this last shooting happened, they tweeted out, the problem's not the AR-15, the problem is the person.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, I
And
understand.
the tweet.
I understand.
I love compassion.
Yeah, I mean, the guns don't kill people, people kill people, I get it.
I get it, but
Sometimes I stop, I get it.
But like I said, how's it going for it?
It's not working.
How is it going? No, so you can't just keep saying the same thing. The gun's not the problem. You might be right, you're probably right, you're 100% that was great. But you can't keep doing this.
Well, there's gotta
It's
be,
not
there are
fucking
loopholes where anybody, here's one, anyone can get a gun. And if you're Second Amendment, stuff like that, we know this. We know not everybody gets to have a machine gun, not everybody gets to have a cannon.
Why? To drive a fucking fighter.
Tank. Why?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are limits, there are reasonable limits. So, we have to, oh, we are. This has been a political podcast, everybody.
Remember when you guys were in school when you were kids when you were younger? Like when you would see police officers, they would be like heroes. I would like want to say hi to them. So I feel like we have at least one armed security guard or something like that. Just they're not gonna be afraid. They look up to these people, right? So
So, you know, with the Black Lives Matter movement, they were getting cops out of school.
which is so stupid, but yeah. So I'm saying like just have at least one person that's trained at the school. That's the first. I would say that's the first thing. You just to know why would that shooter come in if they knew there's an armed?
Well, that's why she did go.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's why these other shooters, they go to different schools.
Elon Musk, let me see this one.
So this is about AI. So Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak, that Apple, they're saying that they want AI, because you know, like ChatGPT, all these other AI things, they're happening so fast, they don't know what the results will be. So they're saying like for all the people that are creating it, they had to pause for 6 months so we can study what happens
For
after
those people creating,
Of course, yeah.
Fuck about the future, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
So yeah, Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak were saying like, we're hoping that they can stop that for a second.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yes.
Those people are using that.
Trying that.
This is crazy. This is.
Yeah.
Here's a more relaxed one. So I don't know if you guys have been following. So Gordon Ryan,
Yeah.
and this guy Nicky Rod. I guess they've been having these back and forth before. They've had rapping competitions before, and then Gordon Ryan accuses Nicky Rod of also being on, performance enhancing drugs and greasing. So then, I guess Derek from More Plays More Dates, just hit him up right away, Nicky Rod. So if you want to do this, I'm going to send a guy over. Literally the next day, so you can't that's your test. Send it over, and then Nicky Rod's like, dude, I'll do it. Did the blood test? Apparently, according to Derek,
Nothing is
he was like a natural.
Not expected to give dates notice.
Yeah, just literally on the spot. So
Let me see more pictures of Nicky Rod. It's jacked.
Yeah.
I want to see if you
Let me
can.
see right there.
Here's what it is, that we're getting reasonable time from the guy. I mean, I would say there's like certainly a pretty good chance that the guy's been natural for a while. Here, like it's kind of it's pretty nice to think. You see guys who have no old or access to using cures to keep it at a high level, and then what happens to the disease thereafter? They pull it out from higher. There's a dramatic difference. But I would think that at this time, his dad, he has before AD severe, not what we can't.
and then Gordon.
Gordon says it was off cycle, the way the testing contract is being drawn up, though. Hopefully he doesn't have a heart attack first, though.
What's that?
Meaning, like, you don't think it's very rare.
Yeah, Gordon gets it right back.
Gordon is not shot.
He's sacked. Yeah, well, let's see.
I'm looking for that guy for passing the test.
And he didn't go into the test not by an excuse like, oh, we'll give you like a day or two, or whatever. He just did it.
This might just, really Jack too, like,
Gordon's Jack too.
he could be natural in a sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think.
well, he does look pretty jacked sometimes too.
Oh.
This could just be diet and exercise.
Some people are just genetic.
There are people that are genetic,
That's-
freaks.
For
Like
sure.
that black fella out there. Yeah, that fella is.
That guy's just.
I know. I knew immediately he wanted to
It's
go to
just long with black.
I'm just saying, there's some freaks out there.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But he does look
Gordon,
smart.
they're both freaks, man. There's a reason why they're outliers.
I think he looks natural, they are really good. I don't think that doesn't.
Good for him.
Those guys just look, honestly, they don't look like they're running out, not at all. They just look like they're in fucking great shape.
Since we're on World Baseball Days, Derek just posted this 30 minutes ago about the DA having a rule change on, a lot of people do telemedicine TRT, which is like clinics and concierge.
I didn't have to do in person.
Yeah, so now I guess the DA wants to change it for whatever reason and make it really, really difficult. Like they want you to go to your health, like a PCP, and have the clinic on the same phone call at the same time, and they want you to go multiple times.
Why? Why did they give me flying fuck?
Because I'm sure, just like blood creative or something, anything that would mess with prescription or whatever, they'll get stuff.
I have to be able to capitalize on TRT because so many people are on it.
Something like that.
God, that's insane, dude.
So there's a proposal.
What do they want to do? So can I see this?
Yeah, this is such a long clip, though.
Yeah, this people work for us at autism, right? So all he's saying though, is they want to tax basically cover TRT.
They would cover.
You can just get.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just do.
You still have to talk to a doctor.
You gotta ask the doctor, but it's
Like-
true. They're like, no, we're ready to go with this. I get that. This person, you have a person, you have two doctors
Or
or
Jamie.
that's because they're. That's all it says. Some fucking problem. All this can do is push people to go dark and just start buying smooths for diamonds. We fucking
So, more questions for you.
What'd you say? You know what they're saying, one more difficult.
Dress better?
But
Yeah.
you can't chop your dick off these days.
Yeah. They chop it up, turn it inside out. Doesn't matter. I don't.
Is that it, shit?
That's it.
Alright, kids, I'm at the Ice House Saturday. Watch your only Adam Carolla, Eric Griffin, and guest, special guest. 8 p.m. show. Tickets just went on sale. So that is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Also April 1st, Tiger Thick. If you go to thickboy.com, get Tiger Thick. It is $59.99 across the board now. No more up charges anywhere. Right now it says 84 on that site, but as April 1st comes, every single bottle of Paula in their hand is $59.99. So that took a long time to get that, and we're back, baby.
Magoobies, I'll see you this weekend, Friday, Saturday. Magoobies in Timonium, Maryland. Magoobies, Portland, Oregon, Helium, April 20th to the 22nd, I believe, Kirk.
Good, how about you? Okay. Okay, let me see, 1 second. I'm not getting a yes to seeing him today. Yeah. Let's see. I think there's a little bit of a wall up on his part, is what it's coming across as. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I just feel as though that, I mean, I actually see endings here. So I'm just wondering if this person is not like over it um, to some capacity. So yeah, I mean, that's how the energies are coming across here. I'm not getting that this person necessarily wants to pursue something seriously from what I see here. So yeah. Um, it feels like it's on that path. Yeah, it feels like it's on the way out. Um, no, no, I'm not seeing any new energy right now. I see potentially things from the past, but nothing new right now. Yeah, I mean, there's a high likelihood. Yeah, I mean, the death card in the reverse is about that. Someone from the past, possibly coming back. I could see a energy of Cancerian, if you know a Cancer sign or someone with Cancer in their chart. Yeah, yep. And I also see Capricorn here. So, hmm, let's see. Um, I mean, I'm not seeing, wanting to. I'm not seeing negative intentions. I'm not seeing wanting to mess with you. Yeah, which is good. Um, yeah, I think I could see trying to learn from the past and, um, you know, I could see trying to learn from the past and maybe trying to, find some peace and harmony with you this time. All right. Okay. Thank you. You too. Bye. So the only thing about if I'm live streaming here versus, can I bring the live stream on here? Or no? Hmm.